Hey TikTok, this is Apostle Eli. I came in right in. Oh, this has been. I got my Whitney Houston shirt on, y'all. I'm all about the Whitney. Thank y'all so much. As y'all get ready to come in, it is Tuesday. It is Mars. We got to talk about some stuff. I had confirmation from a phone call. This is what we need to talk about tonight. And that's what we going to talk about tonight. We're going to get ready to rumble, get into some stuff as they come and chime in. We got, all right, Miss Sister Monique, the first one in the building. Is that my cancer? Large and in charge? Yes, yes. Sweetheart, we got some stuff to talk about tonight. This gonna set in real heavy tonight. It's some good stuff. I got my I got my cancer. We got others joining in. Come, welcome to our live. We talking about some stuff tonight. I hope you got y'all. I got y'all. Hope y'all got y'all seatbelts on tonight. I got my Whitney Houston shirt on tonight. I didn't want to put on a dress shirt. I want to put on my Whitney Houston shirt. I got a theme tonight. I got some confirmation that this is what we need to talk about tonight. Y'all know we believe in about talking about manifestation, displaying the power of God in your particular life. I need you to open your mind tonight. This is going to be some stuff for you tonight. We are going to be, I got a cancer as you come in. Remember, one of the things that I want you to always remember coming in my live, put your zodiac sign up, and you must be 18 years or older to be in my live. Capricorn in the house. You must be 18 years of age to be in my live in order to talk about what we're going to talk about. Whatever we're here to talk about your spiritual practice as in how to manifest in your particular spiritual practice. I teach about universal laws and manifesting with those universal laws. So it doesn't matter whether you're in African diaspora or whether you're in Christianity or what Ifa, it doesn't really matter. These principles apply to everybody if you want to be effective. All right. I got Cancer. I got Capricorn. Do I have any Pisces in the house? I need me some Pisces. I think I just seen any Pisces in the house, any Taurus in the house, Sagittarius. Yes, please, before we get in tonight, because this is so important. This is going to help out. Thank you so much. Taurus in the house. If you, whatever your zodiac sign, you will see how important it is. Come on through. Now, we're going to talk about some stuff. We got some more chiming in. People will be viewing. Oh my God. This is Tuesday, y'all. Now, I told y'all we're going to talk about some heavy stuff. And I'm going to challenge you all to look at life in a different perspective. You must be 18 years or older. Now, Gemini, thank you so much. Welcome. You're going to really enjoy this. If you have had any type of spiritual training, if you have had any type of spiritual encounter, this is going to help you tremendously. If you are a person that intends to manifest what you're praying about, what you're petitioning about, what you light your candles for, what you light your incense for, or your boboda, if you are working with altars, whatever it is that you are working with, if you are truly trying to manifest and cause things to come to pass, or you want to have a better understanding why some people are able to manifest and cause things to come to pass than others, this is the live for you. This is when you understand how this thing, I'm 14, not 18. You cannot be in my live if you're 14 years of age. This is not the live for. This is only for grown people and that are practicing spirituality. I thank you for coming, but this is not the live for children. Thank you so much. Me, David, and Brandon will be there soon. It's okay, but this is for grown people because I'm about. Yes, I know God loves me and He loves you too. Thank you so much, but this is only for grown people. My live is not for children. I don't know what your family practice is, and I don't want to interfere in that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for muting them. Okay, now, the subject is, I got some incense burning, y'all, so it's real cloudy here. I got frankincense going. The subject is, we're going to be talking about, it doesn't matter if you're Catholic, you must be grown. You must be 18 years or older. Thank you. All right. Now, manifesting possibilities. We're going to be coming from Mark, the 9th chapter, verse 23. It said, Jesus said unto him, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believe. Now, why are we talking about this? Because you have to have the capability of believing for what you're asking for. And I have been doing this too long where I've seen people ask for things that they do not believe. They do not have the capabilities of believing it is possible. Now, why is this important? Because once you understand what it takes for you to believe, then you will be more prepared before you ask for certain things. It's no different than somebody saying they want certain dreams to come to pass or certain things to happen in their life, and they don't know what all it takes in order for you to manifest a certain thing in your life, depending on what you're looking for. Because I have a lot of people asking me for some great things, but they struggle in believing God or spirit to manifest those things. Now, let me explain it like this. When you have an understanding where your belief comes from, then you have an understanding why the Bible tells you to do certain things, why you, by spiritual leaders, deal with certain aspects of your life before you jump off in trying to practice spirituality in a more deeper way. Now, that you have to have the ability to believe. Now, believe means this. I wrote it down. To accept something as true, feel sure of the truth of that thing. When you say you believe something, that means if you believe you are healed, that means you also manifest your healed. And so you don't talk about your pain. This is not ignoring what is going on. To believe is also to pray that you have already received. This is a whole different category of manifestation, not this stuff you don't learn in church. You have to get to the place in your heart that you believe that whatever you're speaking is going to come to pass. You have to get to the point that when you pray, you believe you've already received what you've asked for. You have to believe at a place that you're already existing. I had Sister Monique in the church see herself already driving her vehicle, because it is not what you're going to get, it's what you already believe you have. Y'all getting me now? In order, before you get to court, you already believe you got the victory. Before you go into the deal, you already believe that you already have the victory. Before you go to war, you already believe that the battle is already won. Are y'all hearing me? This is not the belief of hoping. This is the belief of already receiving. This is the belief that understands that yet I speak, but it already is reality. This is why Pisces, I was asking about Pisces, thought. We are talking, I don't care what your sexual preference, it has nothing to do with your faith, your belief system. If you want to talk about spiritual things, then you need, this ain't about sex. If you got a heart, whether you gay, straight, or bi, then you can believe God. This is not these other preachers. I'm here to help you. This is a universal law. This applies to everybody. I can care less about your sexual orientation if that's what you want to know. Me personally, I don't care. I'm here to teach you about how to manifest possibilities. Now, if you are a person that wants to manifest possibilities, this is the live for you. You want to talk about sexual preference? We'll talk about that in another live. But tonight, we are talking to each and every soul that is 18 years or older that wants to manifest possibilities. This goes for anybody. Okay, now that we got that understanding. Now, the reason why this is important, because it said, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him or her that believe. Now, Matthew 9:28 says this. And when he was come unto the house, the blind men came to him, and Jesus said unto them, believe ye that I am able to do this? They said to him, yes, Lord. Now, why is this important? They came to hear with blindness. Now, what I teach here is when you are personally accountable to how you truly believe. Because a lot of people are asking for things that they're hoping that God will bring to pass. They don't really believe because they, like the person that came in, they think that their sexual preference has something to do with God moving for them. They think what their credit score has to do with God bringing something to pass. See, possibilities has to do with where you are. Because if you think it's possible, then it can happen. But if you think because you're gay, if you think because you're black, if you think because you got a credit score, or you think because of what you don't make enough, then that hinders you from believing. He said, if thou canst believe. Now, what many of you want me to do is address your hangups. But I'm not here to address your hangups. I'm here to ask you a question like about, do you have the capability of believing what you're asking for? Are y'all hearing me real good? Do you have the capacity to believe the very thing that you are speaking, the very thing you are praying for, the very thing you're declaring can come to pass in your life? They had a condition called blindness. They came to Jesus. This is the master. This is the one that had the spirit without measure. This is the Holy One. This is the one that is here to redeem man. They came to him with a request, and he asked them, do you believe that I am able to do this? When you come to somebody, you got to first believe they have the capability of accomplishing what you're asking for. Because too many people, not only they don't believe in themselves, they also have a hard time believing in other people. That's why we want to talk about belief tonight. We want to know, what do you accept as true? Do you believe you can be healed, or do you believe you're sick unto death? Because this will prohibit manifestation. If you believe that your sickness is greater than the healer, you will prohibit the healing from taking place. If you believe your credit condition or what you make will hinder you, then this will hinder you from receiving manifestation, because at the end of the day, sir and ma'am, you have free will. Sir and ma'am, you have to participate in your manifestation. Do you have the capabilities of believing that this is possible? Do you have the capability to believe that you have favor? Don't just ask me to pray for you. Ask yourself, do you even believe I have the capabilities? You know why I post testimonies? Because it is not about me believing who I am. It's about you believing that I have the capabilities of doing this. Because many of you don't want to admit that you struggle not only believing in yourself, but believing in other people. And you don't need much excuses for you to disbelieve. You need more evidence to believe. I have manifested over and over and over and over, and yet people still struggle to believe. They rather believe it's a scam. They rather believe it's somebody trying to get me to do something. No, I'm asking you a question. When it comes down to manifesting possibilities, the more that you can construct the mindset of what is possible, when you truly declare in your own mind of believing what is true, that are all things possible to him or her that believe. Most people, that answer is no. That's why they rather believe that evil is greater than the good that they do, because there's no way that what I'm asking for is being hindered because of me. Somebody must be doing something to me in order for me not to accomplish. If you really believe that no weapon formed against you was going to prosper, it wouldn't matter what somebody was doing. I'm going to say that again. If you truly believe it was true that no weapon formed against you as the individual, call your own name. Before I ever prayed for you, if you really believe you were protected by God, then it wouldn't matter who was doing what or trying to do what. You knew that you were more than a conqueror. If you believe that, I'm talking to you tonight. But to those that struggle with believing, you have to ask yourself, why can't I accept this about myself? Because let me tell y'all something. I'm going to give it to you right here. Romans 10:10. For with the heart you believe unto righteousness. With the mouth you confess unto salvation. So you believe with your heart, right? So the Bible says it like this. The issues of life come from the heart. So if you do not have the capacity in your heart to believe, this is why God always, like Psalm 51, talks about renewing me a clean heart, renewing me a right spirit. Your heart has a lot to do. It is a very important component in believing. What's in your heart? Whatever treasure is in your heart, what have you sown in your heart? What issues that keep you from believing that certain things have the possibility of happening in your life? When you get somebody like a child believes anything. It believes without wavering. If you say it, they believe it. Most of us don't even believe the words that are coming out of our own mouth. No less than the words that are coming out of somebody else's mouth. Because we work really hard to discount what somebody is saying, because instead of acknowledging that we have issues in our own heart that keep us from believing what is possible. I'm not here to tell you that God is a healer. I know he's a healer. I'm not here to tell you or try to convince you that he's a protector. I know he is. I already believe this stuff is true in my own personal life. But when you don't sit down and first, if you can't believe in yourself, you already not believing in God, because you're made in God's image and after his likeness. It's hard for people to believe even that concept, that you're divine. It is hard to get people to believe that if you understood that you were divine and you were a spirit, then right now that I'm talking, you'll say, okay, that is true. But once you are challenged, the first thing you get revert back to is you're a victim. No longer are you talking as though you're more than a conqueror. Now you're talking about, oh, this happened, that happened. Well, when you're mentally challenged, when somebody tries to hinder what you say you believe God is, why don't you push him forward? The day is ruled by Mars. That's why I got my ram's horn. You have to have a certain amount of persistence, a certain amount of perseverance. You have to have a certain amount of endurance when it comes to believing God. Because when opposition, when the spirits are at work, because some of y'all don't understand, a lot of times it's not that God is not doing certain, because you don't understand that angels or spirits have to move stuff around and assimilate. They have to make it more possible. They might have to move somebody. They might have to bring somebody closer. They might have to change position. You might have to move. When you really believe that something belongs to you. I often talk about when I was believing God to work at UPS. I prayed. I went there, anointed the ground. I spoke. I did all that. Had a dream that I was kneeling at the box of a UPS thing. That was 6 months later before that actually came to pass. I was being called lazy. I was being called he didn't want to work. People were saying I was in the church. Y'all know how it is as a black man talking about you believe God. Come on here, somebody, huh? I didn't care what my wife thought. Oh, you can go get a job here. Just get a job. No. God told me that he was granting me that job. I went to my pastor at the time. She told me, I bet my son can't even get a job at that place. My answer was, that's your son. So even a woman I was married to disparaged me. The pastor that I was under compared me to her son. But I believe God. Because y'all think faith and believing God is about other people. It don't matter who don't believe you. If it's the person that's sexing you, if you are not 18 years or older, you do not need to be on my live. Because I need to talk about real life situations. Because you burning your candles, you lighting your incense, you putting crosses all on your door, you doing your spirit, but you want other people to believe something is coming to pass when it has nothing to do with these other people. It has to do with you and what you want God to do. Are y'all hearing me? So I'm sitting there, 6 months go by, and then I get the job. I still wasn't making no money because I went in entry level. Let me tell you something. When God start manifesting and you get the license for the business, or you get the place for the business, but you still ain't made no money. People still will ridicule you even when they start seeing the possibilities of what you believe in God for. Even though you ain't bringing in the money to take care of everything yet, they will sit there and tell you, then, oh yeah, you got it, but you ain't making no money. Are y'all hearing me? 26 years later, over $100,000 a year job now. It's easy for you to believe that God was speaking to me back then because you see the evidence right now. But when I started on the journey, come on here, somebody. When you start believing, you might not be completely healed, but you feel better. That's a process. The probability begins to increase the more you walk into what you believe is true. You got to get to the place in your life that you're understanding that your belief has to do with your heart, not your husband, not your wife, not your significant other, not your boss, not nobody in the building, but you are the one. Taurus is in the building. You are the one that must believe that is true. It's easy when you have manifested already that people believe in, because now they see the house. Now they see the stats. Now they see the income. Now all this stuff I was talking about years ago. When your belief, when the manifestation is in the seed, in the shape of a seed. When your manifestation look like this. Y'all look at this egg real good. When your manifestation look like this, it ain't got no legs to it. It ain't got no head, it ain't got no arm. Your vision can't walk on its own. Your vision can't stand on its own. Your vision can't speak for itself right now. It's right there. Can you believe God? Because everybody ain't gonna look at that tree and see a table. Everybody don't believe that. That's why I talk about Pisces is about I believe. When you look at in your chart and you see Pisces in your chart, this is somebody that believes. This is somebody that believes, not only in themselves, but believe in other people. Pisces is in my first house, the Ram. I am. I believe. I believe in me. That's why I got my Whitney Houston shirt on. I believe in you and I believe in me. But charity starts at home. So I believe in me first. And now I can believe in you. But I'm going to ask you again. If you understand the science around your heart takes between 700 to 1200 amps. That's how important it is to God. The Bible said, above all else, guard your heart. How many of you put enough clout and work in protecting your heart? Because that's where the chamber is. That's when you place this to your heart and you pray. This is where power comes from. When you believe, all things are possible to him or her that believe. But what is happening is you ain't dealt with your issues. You won't deal with you want to make your spiritual. Let me tell y'all something, especially y'all Taurus in the house. When you want to control other people, you thinking that's about you. Your job is not to control other people. Walk with me, y'all. When Jesus was walking on the water, it was not about the waves. It was not about the water. It was about who he knew he was. I'm going to say that again. When you are operating in your spirituality as a Sagittarius, as a Cancer, as a Taurus, as a Pisces, as a Libra, as a Capricorn, are you operating in your power that no one can penetrate your belief cycle? Because when Peter began to walk the water, he did good until he started paying attention to what was going on around him. How many of you all allow the outside influences to hinder what you believe in for? You believe in God for a relationship because he and she ain't acting right. You start wavering. You start wavering. Go ahead. It's time to empty your heart. Clean your heart up. That you really struggle with believing. You really struggle with, because if what your eyes see, your physical eyes see, will hinder what God has already spoken. We're supposed to be walking by faith, not by sight. And most of us, If what we see is contrary to what God has spoken, we waver. It's okay, tell the truth. Because how can you get help with your unbelief when you are not being honest that you struggle? When you hear something. Don't let some of y'all hear some bad news. He said, I should not be afraid of evil tidings. Which means, Psalm 91 means when you hear bad news or something ain't going the way that you wanted to go. Huh? Now you shaking. I'll tell him, I don't care what the judge said. I don't care what the doctor say. What did God say? Huh? See, that's easy for me to say because the Bible said my heart is fixed, trusting in the Lord. When you're a fixed sign, earth sign, Taurus, fixed sign, Scorpio, fixed sign, Aquarius, fixed sign, fire sign, Leo. When your heart is fixed, trusting in the Lord, you will not be deterred by the news that you hear from other people. Because they're not looking at what you're believing God. They're looking at what's physically going on. Huh? So don't tell me it has anything to do with God. Don't tell me it has nothing to do with the ancestors. It has nothing to do with the Orishas. It has nothing to do with the Loa. Because they are already divine. They are already manifesting divine power. You the one struggle with your everyday life because you have a hard time believing in yourself, number one, and then you have also a problem believing in other people. That's why you can't stay in your lane, because you don't trust God to keep them in their lane. Even though you say no weapon formed against you gonna prosper. Come on here, not the arrow that flies by day, neither pestilence by night. Huh? Think about all this information that we done read over a long period of time, and most people do not believe in half that stuff they read. If you just believe that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, you should be good. The manifestation in your heart should be coming to pass, because the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. If you didn't know anything else in the Bible, if you was right there, if you just believe this too shall pass, maybe you just believe that weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. So you know that I don't care what you go through, it won't last. Because when morning comes, joy is there. But you don't believe like that. You worry from the time you hear the news until the time you go to bed. You wake up with it on your mind. But if somebody challenges you and asks you, do you believe God? You'll get mad and say, I do believe God. But then why are you worrying? Why are you worrying? Because that don't go together. Is your heart fixed? And all I'm doing, sir, all I'm doing, ma'am, is challenging you to be honest where your heart is. He said, a man's heart, a good man's treasure is his heart. Whatever was in a man's heart, that's what he bring to pass. If good stuff in your heart, that's what you bring to pass. If evil stuff in your heart, that's what you bring to pass. You know what's in your heart. You know what issues you have. And you will not sit down with your heart and have a real conversation. You want to convince me. You want me to be convinced because you talk well. And you can throw your hands up. And maybe you even speak in tongues. Inandobo shata rabasa. Maybe you do all that. Maybe you can cut a rug. Maybe you got a dance on you that just won't wait. Maybe perhaps you can clap your hand. Maybe you got a voice like an angel. But that ain't got nothing to do with whether you believe God that thing is coming to pass. When the trying of your faith worketh patience. Why you need so much confirmation? What are you doing with the information that is being given? You should be moving forward. You should be giving more. You should be more sturdy. I should be able to count more on you. You should be more hungry and excited about the things of God. But you know what? We don't want to be challenged. We just want people to accept the fact that I believe that the Spirit's protecting me. But your life does not resemble protection. How many battles have you lost because you did not really believe God? You want to put it on everybody else. If there was no prophets, you still got faith. You as an individual still got a heart to believe. What do you believe in? If you don't believe in what I practice, because that ain't got nothing to do with you. But do you believe in what you say you believe in? You good at ridiculing what I'm doing. But ask your pastor, how many people have you healed? If you think what I'm doing is whatever, that's irrelevant to me. I want to know what you believe in. If you don't burn candles like I do, if you don't light incense like I do, blessings to you, my friend. Yes, you're in the house. This is what I'm talking about. When you, thank you so much for the fire. When you as an individual has nothing to do with your spiritual practice, what do you have the capabilities of believing what is possible? Because spirits know whether you believe or not. Just like a dog know whether you're afraid, these spirits are divine. They see in our hearts. And they know whether you believe that what you're asking them to do for you, that do you believe that it is even possible? Before you light that candle, it's Tuesday. Before you light that candle to Ogun, before you light that candle to Saint Michael, before you ask, do you even believe that that spirit has the power to bring that thing to pass? Thank you so much for sharing my live. Thank you so very much. I have black obsidian. Just another tool. Hey there. Hey, my girl, I'll come through. Thank you so much for being here. Now, Pisces. Oh, this is for you too, sweetheart. If you got a Pisces moon, Pisces in your moon, Pisces sun sign, or Pisces rising sign like I do, it's about believing. It is that childlike faith. We got to get back to a place where when you step before that divine being, before you light that candle, before you put that veve down, before you grab that crystal, you need to know. Thank you so much for the disco ball. You as an individual need to know what you even have the capability of believing. Do you believe that if somebody pulled a gun on you, would you be protected? You got to understand the capabilities of not only yourself and believing, you got to also understand what these different divine spirits have the capabilities. You walk into the process doubting. Oh, if you real, do this. If you real, do that. If you real, believe this. If you real, trust this. If you are real, sir. Because these are ancient practices. They have been tried and tested. You the one that ain't been tried and tested. Isn't it funny how people that have not even been tried and tested will come to the Loa, or will come to the Orishas, or come to the archangels, or come to these divine beings and got the nerve to be questioning their integrity, questioning their capability, but don't want nobody to question theirs. Sir, before you ask me to do a spiritual work for, do you even believe that it is even possible that I can take herbs and oils and place them in a wax and manifest? Why you want me to light my candle, put my energy in that candle, and you, sir, have the nerve, the abruptry? I got testimonies after testimonies. But you will come and question my capability, but you fail to believe anything is possible. Whether I was a prophet, whether I was a Babalo, whether I was a Santero, whether I was a Palo Miambe, it wouldn't even matter, because you already start from a place wanting to find something wrong. Because you got a messed up heart. This is why most practices always start with cleansing. Because you got to get your heart right. You got to get your mind right. You know why they rap in your head? Because you got to get your mind right. You know why they doing cleansing on you? Because your heart ain't right. If anybody's seen the movie Doctor Strange, because of his mental intellect, you think you understand the spirit world. You don't understand it. And when somebody tell you that, you get mad. Clean your heart. Exactly. Because you got to be able to go to this being and show them that instead of you understanding, you come in there and respect and saying, I know you have the capability. Will you bless me? No, you think that if you ain't, if it's real, if it's this, if it's that. Do you really know who you're talking to? Do you know what you're dealing with? And that's why a lot of people do not manifest the possibilities. I believe anything is possible. When my spiritual brother told me about the ceremony that I had to go through, he said, you can't do this and look back. I said, I didn't start this to go back. How many of you, before you started on your journey, your heart was already committed, your mind was already persuaded, it didn't matter who was coming, who was going, who was going to support or what, you were all in by yourself. It ain't that real to you. I'm asking you to ask yourself a real question. If you can get to a place where you are convinced and that you are committed in your heart, then when you start going to divine beings, things will start moving in your life like you have never seen before. I'm always seeing manifestation because I have a certain level of respect for their capabilities. That's why I constantly tell many of you all to study to show yourself approved, a workman that need not to be made ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. When you go into a spiritual practice, have you studied the spirits that you say that you are serving or working with so you will understand their capabilities? So you will come in with a mindset and a heart exactly steadfast in the spirit. But you don't believe that because it don't take much, especially if it's a white man on a judge, a white man as a police officer, a white man attendant, you shaking in your boots. This is real talk, y'all. Because what I'm trying to get you to a place where you're working on your own soul salvation. You are going into your own chambers of your heart and asking real questions. What hinders my possibilities? What is hindering me from being around somebody like that and not seeing the possibilities of living the benefits of Psalm 105? All you good at is criticizing. Hey, y'all, thank you for being with us tonight. All you are good at is finding a way to create a doubt, a disbelief, because it is not something you can have the capability, can even imagine what is possible. It said it so clearly. All things are possible to him or her that believe. Now the question is, ma'am, now the question, sir, is do you have the capabilities in your heart? Whether your husband thinks you crazy, whether your wife thinks you crazy, whether your friends think you crazy, whether the person you look up, even the pastor, what if the person that you are serving up under thinks, okay, now you're going too far. That has some common sense. Maybe they don't have the capabilities of believing that the Spirit can do that. Maybe you're there to teach them what is possible. I remember my mom coming and called me and she said my uncle was trying to he had a life sentence in prison. And they had did the paperwork trying to get the governor to release him from jail, remit his sentence. And what happened was the governor denied him. So he had already made up in his mind that he was going to die. Head up. He had already made up in his mind he was going to die in prison. Guess who hadn't? Y'all look at me real good. My oldest uncle had decided after making that last attempt in his mind that he was going to die in prison. He had accepted the verdict. And I told my mother on the phone, I said, I don't know how and I don't know when. But when I started on this journey, God promised me that if I serve him, he would give me the power and he was going to set my family free from prison. My uncle had a life sentence, y'all. Everybody had given up. Let me tell you what God used. Come on, I'm getting chills. He had a life sentence. The governor had denied him of getting out. I still held God because I said to my mother, I said, God is not a liar. If he said it, he'll bring it to pass. I did not know how God was going to do it because that was not my business. But I know he cannot lie. I was yet believing even when the person I was believing God for had gave up. Are y'all understanding? Even a person you are believing, you might be praying for someone that they don't even believe. I pray for many of people that didn't believe. But let me tell y'all what happened. Because I'm going to tell y'all, faith without works is dead. I did not know at the time that I was voting for Barack Obama. I did not know at the time that I was out there voting for Barack Obama that God was going to use that same President Barack Obama once he became president. He was the one that commuted my uncle's sentence and set him free. Because let me tell y'all something. You got to sow. You don't know who you are. You might be believing God, but there's certain things you got to do. And you might not know because it said you must walk by faith, not by sight. I did not know by me being a part of the process. Because I could have said, I'm praying. Because you know all of us like, we dealing with spirit. No, there's some physical things you got to do when you are believing God. Huh? Next thing I know, on the President Barack Obama, on the way out on his last term, them couple of thousand people that he released was one of my loved ones. Are y'all hearing me? Huh? God kept his word. God kept his word. God kept his word. I didn't shake because the governor said no. I didn't shake because my uncle gave up. I didn't shake because my mama gave up. I know what he told me. See, when your heart is fixed and you know what God can do, it don't matter if the people you love don't believe what God. When I tell y'all I'm going to build my church, I don't care if not one saint in my church don't believe. I don't care if not one child that I birthed in this world don't believe. I know. See, some of y'all don't understand. You got to have a relationship that you're willing to be tried and tested. And God knows, Spirit knows whether you believe God like that. Huh? And my children have watched me believe God through various of situations. But what I'm here to tell y'all, that thing got to be in your heart. When you know that you know that you know that you know. Are y'all hearing me? Let me tell y'all something. Many of you all, if things ain't sounding like you want them to sound, you give up. There's an old saying, it ain't over till the fat lady sing. I told that hoe to sit down. Because when you believe God, you can speak. Huh? I remember there was a battle that Joshua was fighting. And the sun was going down. And Joshua wanted victory. And Joshua pointed his sword to the sun and told the sun to stand still. And then pointed to the moon and told the moon to stand still. See, when you believe God, you will begin to speak to the atmosphere. Huh? You will begin to speak to the atmosphere and command the rain to obey. Let me tell you, I said, the fat lady was getting ready to sing. I said, hold on. I ain't done yet. It ain't came to pass. Y'all, don't tell me about what you up against. What do you have the capability, the capacity to believe? If you struggling with, you have to be around other people that are walking this thing. Huh? When you pray and you talk to your ancestors, do you believe they can? When you talk to the angels or your spirit team, do you believe, have you spent time to understand their capabilities? Thank you, Sister Tree. My Aries done come in. This ruled by Aries today. I got my Rams on. Do you have the capabilities of pushing past what people talking? Do you have the capabilities of pushing past who told you no? Huh? When they say they ain't gonna give you the loan, do you believe God in spite of? When they say they don't, I remember going to the job, even in the process, they were saying, oh, we don't have no availabilities. I went there every day. Huh? This is ram. This is aggressive. Are you aggressive enough to believe God? Do you believe that God has the capabilities or could do what you're asking? That the girl told me, she said, sir, did I not tell you yesterday that we did not have an opening at UPS? You will. Since I don't know the day or the hour, I'm going to come every day. I didn't care about what they thought about me. I did not care about what my wife thought about me. Because guess what? Do I care now when I'm cashing my check? Huh? Are y'all hearing me? See, you care about how many people think you crazy. When you're believing God, that is between you and what y'all done. Did he say yes, he gonna give it to you? I remember Brother Mario asked me the question. He said, don't tell me about what I'm talking about. He said, do you see me driving for UPS? I told him yes. He did not believe about what we're going. He said, but I believe you. Huh? The Bible said, if you believe in God, ye shall be established. You believe in his prophets, then shall ye prosper. No, I went by faith, but I want you to make decisions that will change your life. Because you now trying to believe God. Y'all shaking. Command you got victory at the courtroom. Command that you are victorious with your lawsuit. Command that they release your finances. Stop putting the work on me and talking about, Pastor Ely, I need your prayer. Do you believe I can shake that loose? You want me to do all the work, and then when I do all the work, you want to give me some crumbs. No, if I do all the work, give me my damn money. But if we going to believe God together, then let me do my part. It said one water, one planet, but God get the increase. This is how you get to a place where you're able to believe God for some extraordinary things. But you got to first start with taking care of the sheep. Then when the lion comes, believe God you can conquer the lion. And then after the lion comes, when the bear comes, believe you can conquer don't go straight for Goliath. Stop going straight for the cancer. Some of y'all won't go, it's step by step. I'm talking about Whitney, brick by brick. Huh? Canst thou believe? Do you have the capacity to believe by giving $100? And then going from the 100 to 200, to 200 to 500, to 500 to 1,000, to 100,000, to 1,000,000. What do you have the capabilities? What do you have the capabilities of believing for? Are you a just enough saint? Do you just believe that the riches can just help you pay a couple of bills, or do you believe they can pay off your house? I love when people come with the imagination that, oh, I'm believing God to pay off my... Even when I was praying for Sister Monique, I asked God to pay the call. I believe all things are possible. You don't never know when your favor gonna come. I told y'all on the onset, God will cause strangers to bless you. But you can't even believe that, because that is... Why would they do that? Because all this stuff matters to you. What is hindering? What is hindering your heart? What is in your heart that keeps you from receiving such a word? From you lining up with a word that will change your life for the better? Why can't you believe and sow like you believe? Serve like you believe. Give like you believe. Fight like you believe. Decree like you believe. Associate with people like you believe that God got a cattle on 1,000 hills. Why should I be jealous when he's El Shaddai? He's more than enough. He's more than capable. The Orishas are more than capable. The Loas are more than capable. But you, sir, you, ma'am, limit them because of what's going on in your heart. Oh, you talk a good game. You talk a good game, but you don't believe God like that. I've had the saints in the church turn around and point at Sister Monique. See, when you come into my atmosphere, I believe all things are possible. All I'm waiting on is the manifestation. We started speaking over her life. Because when people say when one can chase 1,000, two can chase 10,000, and three can chase 100,000. It was more than 3 people there. We command that manifestation. But can you open up your heart and receive it? Can you open up your heart and receive your healing? Can you open up your heart and start giving? Can you, sir? Can you? All this big talk about who God is. God is all of that and some. But what he is not, he's not that in your life. Because you can't believe him like that. You can't trust him like that. You can't trust the angel. You swear, oh, Michael protect me, and Gabriel on this side, and Raphael on that side, and Haniel on this side, and Sashiel and over, and Cassiel, and you calling all these angels, but you don't step to your adversaries like 5,000 ancestors backing you. You don't believe it like that, because I can tell how you talk. You wobbling in your knees. Hello, welcome. You have to be 18 years or older to be in my life, because I talk kind of off. Make sure you're 18 or older. You have to understand that just because you read something, just because you see something and study and it sounds good, you must be able, you must have the capacity in your heart. There's about 1,200 volts of electricity that runs through your heart. When you believe, that's how much power that is in your heart. That's how much energy flows through your heart. That's why it is important to what you put in your heart, what you believe in. Because if you believe in the wrong thing, it'll take you in the wrong direction. The Bible says you trust in man, that's why you failing. But if you, with man, it's impossible. With God, all things are possible. Hi, Peter from Trinidad, West Indies. All right, from West Indies. What's your zodiac sign? Let me tell y'all something. If we get to the place of opening our heart and cleaning eyes, see, what you got to do, that's why I said grown people. I don't have time for you to sit there and lie to me. You need to have a conversation with yourself and figure out if you're going to practice your spirituality, why aren't you able to manifest the possibilities that's in that particular belief system? Why do you hinder, what hinders you from believing that the spirit world can be all what it has declared to be? If God is all this and all powerful, then we should be seeing manifestation, possibilities after possibilities after possibilities. What's hindering us? Do you believe you got to work through everything? Do you believe that you got to work for everything? Or can you believe that God can cause men to give into your bosom good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over? Oh, Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarian. Welcome, Peter, my fellow Sagittarian. This is why your energy is so important. I do not live, y'all listen to me, I do not live by victim mentality. We are more than conquerors. If you want to glorify your situation, that means that something is going on in your heart, that you need a cleansing, you need to do some type of spiritual come to Jesus moment, come to the Orisha moment, come to yourself a moment, be like the prodigal son. He came to himself. You need to start asking your question. It ain't just not listening to parents. It's not just listening to people. You won't even listen to your own conscience. When your inner spirit speaks to you, you don't, if God right now, if the spirit was resonating with me right now, you would ignore that. You know why? Because I don't know him. What that got to do with anything? What you know in an individual, I told y'all on the onset, 2021 is about strangers, God using strangers to be a blessing in your life. People you know not of will sow seeds into your life, support your vision, your dreams, your goals, help you accomplish stuff, help you get out of trouble. If you can just believe that it's even possible. But you are so stuck in you. You are so stuck in you that you cannot imagine that is it even possible that you can get a car without money, that you can get a house without money. Even though the Bible said you're going to get land that you did not sow, houses that you did not build. You're going to this in that same Bible that you profess that you believe in. But you're going to live and die without those benefits. Thank you, Sister Tree, for the flowers. Sometimes I have to push people to be blessed. They don't do it on their own. And they swear to God they love God. How you love something you don't even trust? That's a contradiction right there. How you got so much infallible love? I did your prayers. How do you love God and you don't trust him like that? How do you love the Loas and you don't trust them like that? How do you love the ancestors and you don't trust them like that? When they speak to you, they got to speak to you through other people because you so hard-headed, you so stiff-necked. I ain't know. Yes, you did. You know you don't talk like that. How do you explain that to me, sir? Explain that to me, man. I don't care what your spiritual practice is. You still have to have faith and trust. But you say you love voodoo. You say you love Santeria. You say you love Christianity. You say you love Judaism. You love whatever it is you say you love. Then why do you lack the capacity of imagination, of the possibilities of what this divine spirit, this ashe, this chi, this power, this force, this frequency, this energy can do? But when somebody else is walking in that place, you go out your way to try to hinder them. Because you're so scared they're going to manifest it, and then now it's going to reflect on you. You know why people go out their way to trip you up? Because they don't need you to succeed and manifest. Because if you manifest, they're going to prove that they are a liar. How they say I won't. How they say they want to go to heaven but don't want to die. Talk to me. Everybody, they ain't trying to die, and they don't trying to go to heaven. Let me tell y'all something. We have become professional liars. You have learned how to lie more in the church than anything. Till you won't even believe God because you can't get healed because you up here saying you already healed. You won't do what it takes to get your healing because you are constantly denying where you are in the state of your mind and the state of your heart. These are the components that every individual has to use to manifest. You have to use your heart to believe God. Romans 10 and 10. Matthew 9 and 28 means that you got to believe God can do this or the reason can do that. And then Mark 9 and 23 said, if thou canst believe. Hello, welcome. Make sure you're posting your zodiac sign. Now, why is Apostle Ela talking about this tonight? I need you to stop exhausting my energy with your foolishness. There ain't nothing wrong with the tools I use, my ram's horn, my black obsidian spear, my lapis lazuli. Ain't nothing wrong with my tools. How you gonna believe God with tools when you don't even believe God? I'm going to say that again. How are you, sir? How are you, ma'am, going to use a tool when God is the one that gave you a spirit that you don't trust in? Every last one of us born with a spirit. Taurus has their energy. Geminis have their energy. Pisces has their energy. Sagittarians have their energy. Cancers have their energy. And you don't trust the energy. Your own energy. Before you get to my energy, you don't even trust in your own energy. You don't even believe what it is capable of doing. But you want me to believe that you believe in my capability. I can tell how you serve. I can tell how you give. Because some of you, if you had believed what I was talking, thank you, Sister Rhonda, for the cake. If you had believed what I was teaching, you would have been sold a seed a long time ago. You would have put yourself in a vibration and frequency to make something happen. Because guess what? When you believe, it don't take all of that. I don't know who y'all think y'all talking to. I don't put no limits on God. Let me tell y'all something. If Moses asked me for my whole paycheck, I gave it. Because I already know what I have the capabilities of doing, and I know what he got the capabilities of doing. So I know if God spoke to him or her, I'm just saying Moses, him or her, I already know what for to take place. Because God would never ask you for something when he don't have a plan. He's not that kind of God. The spirits will never ask you for something without a plan. Because they want you to see manifestation so you can glorify them. So they will never put you in a situation to make you look like a fool. But you don't believe like that because you think they like you. You think they got bad character like you got bad character. You think they're like you that will say stuff knowing you ain't gonna do it. You think they like you that you looking for every opportunity to bail on somebody. That's why that's why I say you need to work on your own heart, because your perception is being projected on the spirit. Your perception about who God is being projected on him because of what you think you will do or what you think you won't do. Thank you for the fire. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the presents. I'm going to ask you this, sir. I'm going to ask you this, ma'am. If you really believe that you are king, if you really believe you are a queen, I didn't call you a king. I didn't call you a queen. You do. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to say it again. The word belief means to accept something as true, feel sure of the truth of it. The Bible says that when the king decrees a thing, it'll come to pass. If you really believe you had the ashe, you had the power. David was anointed king. The spirit descended. That when you declare certain things, the I am statement, you're declaring that you are king or queen. That means when you decree a thing in your kingdom, because the kingdom of God is within you, then you should, with your kingdom, decree a thing, and your servant shall bring that thing to pass. Your energy, your guardian angel. If nobody else speaks blessing on your life, you should be in a place, because you're saying that you are a queen. And you have authority, and the kingdom is in you. Do you believe that? Okay, let's get past you. You that say you believe you're a son, you're a child of the Most High. You're saying that you are a child of the divine, you are a child of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. God without you got God's essence on the inside of you. Then why aren't you performing the works of your Father? If you believe that's what you are. If you believe the Lord, you believe that the Lord rests on you. That's what you're telling people. That fourth dimensional being, that divine essence rests on you. Manifest it if you believe that. Let it flow through your life. Let its essence show up in your life. Huh? That's why I say I don't care what your belief is. Because if the spirit is there, it can manifest. If the vibration and frequency is there, it will manifest. You cannot fake that. I don't care how you talk. I'm talking about if you believe, if thou canst believe just what comes out of your mouth, sir. If you can believe what just comes out of your mouth, ma'am, the world would be a better place. When you believe, this is Pisces. Pisces energy is about believe, like a child. Believe that when they go to bed, when they wake up, Santa Claus done come and brought them what they want. They believe, when you tell them they're going to Disney World, they believe, so excited. When you believe, your emotions will respond to what you believe. I said we're going to have a deep conversation tonight. Because you believe more in your sickness than you believe in your healing. I'll tell you to your face. You believe in your deficiency more than you believe in the abundance. You believe that everything that you need is in your hands. When you're saying that when you look to the hills, because that's where your help comes from. But you think your help comes from who? That's why you can't leave Tyrone alone, because you think he can bring you out. You think, sir, you think that all that has happened is because mama wasn't there for you. Daddy wasn't there, but you the one out here saying God is good. Show me you believe that. If he's so good, why aren't you serving him? If he's so wonderful, why aren't you serving him? Why everybody got to fight with you? Huh? Why aren't you all in? You keep talking about how I tell people, oh, you're such a great man of God, then why you treat me like you do? You don't believe that? Because if you really believe that, you wouldn't handle me like that. And then when I get on people's ass, they get mad at me because I'm going to show you. When I get through, you'll believe. But right now, you just saying out your mouth because you think that's what I want to hear. I already believe in me. Whitney, I believe in you and me. Some of you come to other people and you make it other people's responsibility to make you feel like you're somebody and something when that's supposed to be an inward working. And when they don't say and they don't affirm their love for you every single day, now you got a problem with them. That's not their problem. That's your business. That's a heart issue. Those are things that you, as an individual, you're a grown-ass man. You're a grown-ass woman. I don't care what your tradition is. I don't care how many altars you got. I don't care how much. It is your responsibility. You make your practice look weak because you won't take care of the crap that you're dealing with in your own heart. You want to acknowledge your failures that you think that hinder God from moving in your life. You the only one, sir, that think your sexuality got something to do with manifestation. You the one thing, because you done had, even Jesus with the woman at the well had 5 husbands, and the one she was with wasn't even hers. And he didn't even condemn her. Everything we read in that Bible, we let some other jackass come in our life because they quote a preacher or because they this and they that. And we, with the level of education you got, why you can't read for yourself? Why you won't read the contract for yourself? Won't you read the will for yourself and make all that responsibility on the preacher? Because validation is important. Exactly. But that's what's causing, that's what's hindering you from manifesting your possibilities. I don't give a damn what other people think. And that's including the people that walk with me. And I love them. I love my kids. I love my family. But at the end of the day, this is between me and God. Huh? But you ain't got there yet because you're not fully committed. Some of y'all have lived most of y'all life as a side piece. You have no idea what it is like to be fully committed to anything. When you believe in your relationship, you can be fully committed to it. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to say that real slow. When you believe in your relationship, whatever that may be, you are fully committed to it. Nobody, any relationship I've been in never had asked me about money. Never had asked me about what I need to contribute. Because I was fully in that relationship. When I got to figure out, and she got to figure out, or they got to figure out, we supposed to be business partner, and I got to find out that you had an extra 20, you ain't committed. What make y'all think that God gonna give you all his treasure for a part-time piece of ass? Yes, I said it. I done told you, you ain't got no business on my life if you ain't 18 years or older. You think of all divine God, or these Orishas, all these divine beings gonna give you all they have to offer for a part-time relationship? You done lost your damn mind. Like, think about how much sense do that make. Because you stupid for Boo-Foo the Clown don't make God and the spirit stupid for you. You got to be fully committed. He going to give you all that the kingdom has to offer, and you going to give him a part-time relationship. Really, sir? Really, ma'am? Show me where that is. Show me any religion with any deity that they don't want total commitment. You as a person want complete commitment, even if you ain't getting it. And you wonder why I have great and powerful manifestation, why I'm able to move? Because I'm all in. Do not compare your relationship with God with mine when you know you ain't 100. You know you're not 100. See, you're not going to get up whether you want to or not. You are not totally committed. He can't have all of you because Johnny getting some and Sarah getting some. Let me tell you what I told the young lady. I told her, I said, first of all, ma'am, I said, listen here, sweetie, I don't go back to what I done been to. I don't mind messing with used pussy the first time, but I ain't gonna go back to used pussy. You ain't 18. I done had used cars, but I ain't gonna buy the same used car twice. Did y'all hear what I said? Y'all, think about that. I'm gonna buy the same used car twice. Do I look like a fool? Apparently so, but let me show you I ain't a fool. Been there, done that. Think about what I'm trying to share with you all. How in the world can you practice a spirituality and you are not 100% committed? You do when you want. You only mess with them spirits when you in trouble. Y'all wonder why you ain't got good credit with God. You need cosigner on everything. You can't even get a peace of mind without getting a cosigner because you don't have a committed relationship. You move for him when you feel like it. You out here, let me tell y'all, some of y'all out here moving and being a flunky for everybody else but God. If I'm going to be used up in this body that I have going to be used up like that, it going to be for the spirit world. Because guess what? I told my ex, I told her this. I said it like this because y'all don't talk like me. I would never give up God for you. Because if I give up God for you, you can't give me back God. But if I give you up for God, he can give me you back. Y'all better hear what I'm saying. Some of y'all trading out the spirit for something flesh. But if you had submitted yourself, your way to God, he will make your enemies behave. You think I'm going to put God down for you? Girl, God will make you lick me every which way but loose. Because when your ways please God, he'll make your enemies behave. You'll be surprised at who he'll make your footstool if you really believe him like that. But you can't trust him like that because you think he ain't who he say he is. You don't believe he has the capabilities and the possibility of making it come to pass. Because even though you say, is there anything too hard for God? The answer is yes in your world. In my world, no. In your world, he can do some things, but not everything. Tell the truth to your own self. Because we'll see it in your life. We'll see it in your action. We'll see it in your commitment. The Orishas will honor you. The ancestors will honor you. They'll show up for you. They were testing me to see if my mom, who was very close to me, if she said that to me, would that shake my faith? They wanted to see if I heard the report back from the governor, would that shake my faith? Y'all know that many. Come on, y'all. Listen, we don't want to lie. Ain't nobody there. We might be. Y'all can see me, but I can't see y'all. So you ain't got no reason to lie. You don't got no reason to lie. Ask yourself them hard questions. Do you let what you love and who you love hinder you? You can ask my ex. I would never. No. Give up God for a piece of. You know what I did? I got 3 sons. You must be 18 years or older. I told my son, I took him by the hospital. I took my boys, I take them on the ride. I took them to the hospital. I said, listen, you never fall out about a woman. Because they're brand new pussy born every day. And I would say this to a woman. It's brand new dick born every day. Don't lose your mind. Don't come dickmatized. You dick dizzy. You out here spending your life force energy trying to hold on to somebody that does not value or honor you. That don't make him crazy. That make you crazy. Because if no other preacher tell you the truth, I'm going to tell you the truth. You know what's hindering you? Because you would not allow yourself to see the possibilities that God got for you. Because you won't yield yourself and give your treasure to somebody that value it. I'm going to say that again. The reason why many of us cannot see the possibilities that are in our life is because we walk around here and got all this big talk, but our life does not show that we value and believe like that. Because you would say no to certain people. You would tell certain people, you don't have time for. I'm 48 years old. I don't have time to play games. Oh, Apostle Eli, I'm going through this. That's your damn business. Like you telling me that like that's my business. You already see my consultation. That ain't even for me to do the work. If you can't even invest in your consultation, then that ain't my problem. What, I supposed to go to work and take care of you? I don't know you. You are going to spend money on a bunch of stuff that ain't gonna bring you no kind of deliverance, no kind of help, no kind of protection. But then you want me to give my products to you? Later, my mama didn't raise no food, and she most certainly didn't raise a damn food. Y'all see this gray in here? This is supposed to be our glory, that we supposed to have been on experience some things. I don't have no just for men's in my house, because I want you to know I'm an older man. And I want to talk like an older man. Like I done had some common sense. Like I done been through some things. Like I acknowledge certain things. I'm too old to be a fool. I done seen too much to play fool. And I ain't got time to get on these lies and tell all these damn lies that y'all like to tell to y'allself. This ain't a lie. If you still lying to yourself and you in your 40s, you need to go to a shrink. Yes, you heard it from Apostle Ely. You need to take Obamacare and any other kind of care and go get you some psychological. If you are still lying to yourself at this age, at 35 years old, and you still lying to yourself, you need a psychologist. Don't light another candle. Don't light another incense, because the spirit world can't help you. Because you still lying to yourself. Because they're not going to help you anyway. A liar cannot tear in God's sight. Y'all hear me real good? So when you go back to the Orishas, tell them Apostle Ely said that you was a lying ass. And you wonder why they not manifest? Because spirits see through you. They know exactly what you want. They know exactly what you're doing. And you're telling them so because you're too ashamed to say what you really want. You don't even believe like that. Why are you sowing crumbs when you want millions? You still lying to yourself. Why are you asking for a husband when you just want sex? You still lying to yourself. You keep playing all these trick games. But once in your life, become a main entree. Why you gonna die a side piece? They ought to bury your ass on the side of the graveyard then. You don't even know what it's like to be significant in somebody's life. Because you won't even give yourself an opportunity. You won't do the work. And if you don't value you, other people are not going to value you. I would not ask somebody to do something for me I don't do for myself. You know why I have high demands? Y'all want to know why I have to? Because I invest in me. And I ain't going to let nobody mistreat me. I'm not going to let nobody, mama, daddy, brother, sister, cousin, because I will work hard for me. I will grind for me. Huh? You might not put no new drawers on my ass, but I will. You might not think I'm worth the what I wear, but I do. That's why I get up and do me. You cannot demand something from somebody that you're not willing to do for yourself. I remember being mad. I said, you know what? I said, let me tell y'all something, because some of y'all got life messed up. And if I was on another lie, I said you got life effed up. But let me tell you something. I told my ex, I said, so you want me to take care of you like a child, but respect you like an adult? I said, who taught you that? I hope your mammy, old as she is, didn't teach you that. You want me to take care of you like a child, respect you like an adult? That's what you want me to do? Okay. Wait on it. I'm waiting. If you want somebody to respect you, then how you conduct yourself is how they handle you. I got a friend that trick, but I have never seen a man call her a whore, because it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. It ain't about your flaws. It ain't about what you're doing. It's how you handle yourself. I told y'all I done hold around. But nobody come around here and call me a hoe. I call myself a hoe. But I dare you come in my face and call me a hoe, I'll put some on your ass. I'm just acknowledging that I got some hoe tendencies. That's all. But I ain't with the disrespect. Don't get throat choked around here. Do y'all hear me? It starts with you being honest about your own energy. You should be walking in your own power. not nobody else's. You a Sagittarius, your Jupiter is where your power is. Thursday, in any hour that Jupiter rules, that's when your power is magnified. So you should be working with that energy. Let me tell you something. You got to learn how to work with other energies. I told y'all on my last live, Virgos. I was raised by a Virgo. Some of y'all raised by a Cancer. Some of y'all raised by a Gemini. Instead of disliking your parents, get the life lessons so you can be better with those same energy. Because guess what? You're going to run into that energy again until you pass them tests. Do you believe that? God is a businessman, a wise master builder. If the brick ain't ready to be used, he's not going to use it. You want these spirits to use you, and you are not at a place where you can be used. They're not going to do it. You was raised by a Virgo too. I know that's right. Virgo don't play. My mama whooped my ass, not because I didn't clean up. She whooped me because I didn't clean up the way she told me to do it. Virgo about order. And I'm a Sagittarian. I'm free-hearted. I do however I want. My mom's you clean. And she told me why. She said, you start from the front of my house because somebody come to my house. I want my front of my house clean. And then you clean, and then you work your way to the back. I started in my room. She wore my ass out. But guess what? I'm a more effective Sagittarian because of that Virgo. Some of y'all, if y'all take the wisdom of the people that done been around you, because of that Capricorn. I'm a better person because of Capricorn. I'm a better person because of Virgo. I'm a better person because of Earth sign. I'm a smarter person. Yeah, cleanliness next to godliness. She ain't play that. You know, my grandma was a Sagittarian. She used to say this all the time. If you want to have something, you got to be the first one to get up and you got to be the last one to lay down. Aries and Scorpio raised me. Yes. That Aries, determined. They don't play. Scorpio, investigators. Let me tell y'all something. Instead of you challenging what I'm saying tonight, you need to understand the energy why you were raised up. And let me tell you something, especially that Taurus that were raised by the Aries. You ain't got no I'm about to cuss. You ain't got no business let nobody raise or walk over you. These energies come in our life to help manifest a greater version of our energy of who we are, so we can be more effective in this earth. Instead of you disliking, you a Sagittarian too, raised by a Virgo, Taurus and Scorpio. Yes, sir. Then you go around other people, they take the fight at you, and you wonder why you getting your ass whooped. Y'all hear me? I'm more practical because of a Virgo. That's not my natural instinct. I'm a risk taker. But guess what? I still take risks, but they're more calculated because of that Virgo. My son is a Cancer. My dad is a Cancer. I'm more considerate than I normally would be. I still tear your ass off, but I'm still more considerate. I might not say everything I was thinking. Are y'all getting it? Each one of these signs make you a better version of yourself. But if you don't believe that these signs, these energies have the capabilities of helping you, then why are you practicing spirituality? Why? Why waste your energy and time? If you really want to be who you say you are, then why don't you fully commit to it? What are you waiting for? Please explain to me, sir. Please explain to me, ma'am. What are you waiting for? How much older you think you need to be before you fully commit? I need to know. So you can manifest real possibilities with these spirits. Because some of y'all going to be made shame. Because somebody going to come right behind you and manifest. And now you're going to be jealous. But you done played. You done lied. You done cheated. You done took the cheat way. And somebody came in there fully committed and just rising. And leaving your ass in the dust. And that's good for you. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you, ma'am. I'm telling you to your face. I don't feel sorry for you, sir. You done messed around, and now you being left behind. If Jesus could slam the door on the five foolish, I can too. You have a decision to make, sir. You have a decision to make. What do you have the capabilities of believing, and how long you going to play fool? Nobody can make that up. No spiritualist on planet Earth, I don't care how much power and knowledge they got, they cannot make that decision up for you. You, sir, you, ma'am, have to make that decision. When you going to start hanging around with them F-ass friends you got? Them broke-ass friends you got? When? Well, ain't nobody going to do no cut and clear nothing. You's a grown-ass person. You know they ain't nothing, ain't trying to have nothing, and you still hanging out with them. That is not their decision. That is yours. I ain't gonna do no breakup work. I ain't got none of that. You grown. The power is in your action. It's as simple as I have outgrown you. I am moving forward in my life because you grown. You want people to pray about BS. Stuff you can do on your own. Why would God do something for you that's within your power? Why would Arisha do something for you that's in your power? Why, if he gave you the keys to the kingdom, why would he do something for you that he already innate gave you? He's not going to do it. That's why your prayers are, because he think you a dumbass to ask him for something that you can do for yourself. Oh, God, get rid of that man. Put his ass out. Put her ass out. Why do you need to drop some hot foot powder down when you can simply say, hit the door? Or leave. Oh, I ain't gonna... Then you stop playing games. I actually prayed for somebody, a person to move out of somebody's house, and they had the audacity to change the locks once the person left. Change the locks and then let them back in. I said, I won't do that no more. Why would God drive a spirit out or drive a person out your life that you're going to let back in anyway? Because you just mad right now. I'm too old for that. Don't try me like that. I'm 48 years old. Don't try me. You're going to get your feelings hurt. Y'all hear me? There are certain things that you don't have to burn not one candle, not one incense. You don't need no consultation. You just need to make a decision. Either you want something or you don't. You ready to move forward or you ain't. It ain't nothing hard. You grown. You can make a decision and it's done. Don't heck nobody. Don't call nobody else up on the phone and talk about that man. Don't call nobody else or talk about that woman. Either you want them or you don't. Either you gonna put up with it or you ain't. Can't nobody make that decision but you. Make a decision. And when you make a decision, then look me up. Other than that, keep watching my video. Cause I am not that person. I'm gonna say this again before I leave out tonight, cause I need to really eat tonight. Do not email me when you have not set up a consultation. Do not contact me. I'm about this life. I'm about action. I am not a sounding board. I am not the person to vent to. These ears right here, these are here the spirits. These eyes is to see visions. This Ori is where my spirit works. I'm about the life. If that's what you're looking for, I'm your guy. If that ain't what you're looking for, there's plenty of people out here that will entertain you. I am not here to entertain. I'm here for the word. All right? This is Apostle Ely. Thank you so much for everybody that gave tonight. Y'all know I'm for the burn. So hold on. Before you go, let me burn some incense, because I told y'all I was going to burn incense every night and bless the ones that come in my life. Because I got to finish these other candles before I go to sleep tonight and go send out some stuff. Let me just light this up real quick before y'all go. Eternal Father who created the heavens and the earth, I thank you for everyone that came and gifted into my life tonight. Those that participated, I'm asking you to send your spirit and your vibration of love and prosperity their direction and bless them that they shall know that thou art with me. I thank you for everyone that blessed me, for you say whosoever bless me, you will bless. I thank you for it even now. I thank you for the protection. I thank you for moving for them and everything that they have given towards me and the energy that they have given in. We return back to them good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. I thank you for this even now. Thank you, Archangel, that protects me and defends me from all hurt, harm, and danger. Move him and bring to pass this word that I have spoken in the midst of these thy people. In Jesus Christ's mighty name, amen. Thank you so much, guys. Subscribe to let me thank once again, Day Thank you for helping me. I think we are up to 243 or 45. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. I will appreciate it. Love you so much. Thank you so much for supporting me. God bless you.